Okay, good afternoon, good evening. All right, can you hear me first? I guess we should be able, yeah. Coming. Okay. All right. Okay. Good afternoon, everyone. I hope you can see me and hear me. All right. Okay. How's your weekend? Do okay? How's your weekend, guys? Can you see me and can you hear me now? And it should be okay, yeah. Oh, CZ. Hey, hi, bro. Hi, bro. Um, See whether you can do like a co-host or something in future. Let's see. It's Milton. Hello. Okay, just give me a minute, yeah. Okay. All right. All right. Let's do some analysis together. All right. Okay. So, all right. Nasdaq, right? Okay. Good now. All right. Just let me check some items. Hello. Hi, Tinjan. Hello. Yep. Kwame, Liam. Yeah. Thank you. Oh, Chester is here as well. Hi, Chester. Chester, just now you were saying about this this Ninja Traders Super Doom, right? I'm right. I don't really see any new update. Maybe, all right, maybe. I think I need to update my software. Then I will get the better information in my opinion. Currently, I don't really have any. I don't see any changes. All right. All right. Let me. Yeah. Okay. Okay. All right. Today, right? Okay. Now let's focus on the market now. All right, I think limit time for beta. I see. Yeah, possible, bro. Possible. Okay, possible for sure. All right. So yeah, I can see you guys chat as well. Yeah. All right. So today, as you can see, we have a gap down, right? So basically, they are playing this game. If you guys notice, right? So like going into the end of the going to the end of the week, right? There's some sort of like escalation, right? So there will be like more bad things happen, right? So over the weekend, things start to get worse, right? So tweet lah, escalation, all this kind of stuff. And you see what happened? Monday open, bang, right? The market will always keep it down, right? You can see here they will keep down the market. So basically you can see from 25,320 they go all the way to 24,920, just for a sec, 920, right? So basically it is dropped nearly 400 points. Okay, so I think this is a move to clear a lot of like a trader with a tight margin, right? If a person is like trading in the very longer time frame, should be no problem, right? But those trader with a bit of a bigger like a leverage, right? All these people, they will sure eat one, right? So this is what they are doing, right? So please be very, very, very careful. So this is what is happening right now, actually. Then what happened? All right, see, Monday they have a gap down. Everybody thought the market is going to go a lot lower, right? So what they do? you know, they go a little bit low, but you see they recover, right? They recover all the way to the up, all the way back up, right? So currently, all right, currently we can say from the low is around 200 points, all right, almost nearly half, all right, nearly half, or not exactly, but nearly half has been recovered already. Can you see that? So this is why this is the game that they are playing, you know. Please be very, very careful. All right, so one of the things that I would suggest to do is that try in a period like now, try not to hold any over weekend session. Even the daily like overnight session, I won't even recommend. All right, you can see here the market is like very, you know, they're doing all kind of this kind of stuff. I can see that my picture very big. Let me zoom it up, zoom it smaller a little bit. Let me try. Is there any way for? Oh, okay, there we go. Yeah. You don't need to see me big lah. Right. As long as you see me a big, you can already. Right, there you go. There you go. All right. I think that is better. Yeah, should be limited time. Yeah, that's right. Highs, we'll talk about BTC. Yeah. Well, I will go through all of them. Right. Then we will, you know, it will be covered as well. All right. Let me go through one by one. Yeah. All right. Okay. Let me check a little bit. Yeah. So okay, back to the Nasdaq, right? So this is what I trade very closely, right? So what I did for today so far is that I noticed that the market. Okay, now you focus. Now we talk about Nasdaq first, okay, so now I focus on the Nasdaq, right? You can see that the market, you know, they are kind of trying to recover, right? So what I did was that I was looking at the Nasdaq. Okay, let me show you. Okay, now you focus on the bookmap session here. All right, so you see during the opening, yeah, there's a lot of volume came in. Can you see that? Okay, let me draw you the rectangle box so that you know what I am talking about. All right, so can you see that this is a rectangle box that is an opening? So opening have a lot of volume. I mean, this is normal, right? Okay, opening we have a lot of volume, and you can see the bubbles are quite huge, right? So this is where a lot of volumes are coming into, you know, transition. A lot of transition are coming into, you know, transact in the market, right? So the market went up higher, right? After that, what they are happening right now, they find some support along this this green color line is VWAP line. Okay, VWAP line is a bit like it's a volume weight average price, so it's a bit like a support and resistance line. All right, so they test one time, all right, during around 12 o'clock, and you know, since the market is kind of going up higher, so I had a long previously, and I closed here, which is basically 45 minutes ago. All right, so I took around 50 points profit. All right, so I make some money on this already. So currently, right, so basically what is happening right now is that after this, let me make some. Okay, can you see another rectangle box that I just draw, second one? All right, you see this second box have very small bubbles inside of it. Can you see a difference? The first one, the first bubble, right? Sorry, the first box, right? Then the second box. Can you see a difference? All right, so basically, since after the first first box, right, the price is actually like they are not really being controlled by any more volume already. So the price can go up, the price can go down. Of course, I was betting for an up move, right? My point here is that going on now, where we are right now, we are at the very low volume area. All right, you look at all the small dot, right? You see small dot compared to the first rectangle. Can you see that? Guys can see or not? If can see, please say yes. At least, you know, I know that you guys are on the same page with me. Can you see that? That you compare the two rectangles box, right? So basically, when the market is no volume, yeah, when the market have no volume, it means you know, it can move freely to anywhere it wants. All right, then put it this way, you know, just a bit of like a, you know, even it's a small buying, right, market can move up a lot. Even a small selling, also market can move down a lot. So you have to aware this kind of differences, because not every level they are the, you know, they have the same, how to say, same characteristic. So all right, so what I am expecting is that I don't really think market will move so much at this moment, right? So they will have a, you know, it's harder to predict now, put it this way. All right, so I'm looking, so what I do, we look for good place that market will likely to bounce. All right, so what do? We look for support and resistance. Okay, so this line, right, this line is just now one of the good support. So let's take a look, let's identify some more support and resistance. Okay, so now we are in the looking for support and resistance, and in the book map, right, we have something called this volume profile, right? Volume profile. What the volume profile can help us is that, okay, throughout the day, right, where the price spent most of their time, or where the price transacted most of the volume on. Can you see that on here? You see there is like a small, like a mountain here, like that. Can you see my mouse here? All right. Yeah, low liquidity, high volatility. Yeah, that's right, Chester. So I am expecting, if ever the price go to this mountain area, which is namely average around like a 25062, right? This should be you know, this should be some sort of like a market can be dampening effect. What do I mean by dampening effect? I mean, if the price go there, right, go to this zone, right, it should have some kind of support that supporting the price. Why? Because this level, all right, this level previously have proven to us that this level has a lot of volume, right? It's not what we think, is what the market is showing us, right? So you can see you see the around 250. Okay, like just to give a level of round up level. So it's like let me zoom it. 25060 region, right? And another one is 25070 region. This region will be a very good support. So by identifying in that way, if the price ever go there, right? If the price ever go there, what will likely to happen is that at least, all right, very unlikely the price will go past that level immediately. You got what I mean? At least they will not go past. So what will likely to happen? Either they will bounce back up, all right? They will bounce back up, all right, or they were likely to go to the sideways. All right, so you see, if you are looking for if you want to buy in the market, right, this is the kind of level that you should be looking at, right? Not now. You don't go and long now here, right? At the moment, you don't go and buy here, because if you go and buy here, what will happen is that, of course, you know, if you got lucky, right, market go up, of course you make money. Agree? All right, but they also carry a chance of market going down as well. Do you got my points on? So identifying where are the places that are likely to be supported for buying, for buyer, right? Identifying the support is a very important task. Okay, so am I sure that if the price ever come here, am I sure that they will be, you know, bounce or not? Of course, nobody 100% sure, but you know, the likelihood is there. Okay, so as a trader, first thing we have to do is wait for the levels, put it this way. All right, but does it mean that it will come there or not? We don't know. All right, even if they go there and market will bounce or not, also we don't know. All right, but the likelihood of happening from the bounce from here is quite strong. All right, so they are quite independent, or they are quite interchangeable. All right, so what I just show you, right? What I just show you is in the what we call it in the book map, right? Okay, let's see what I have just shown you in the book map, right? See whether we can do the same on the you know, the trading view or not. All right, let me show. Okay, so now I just off the book map for a while. All right, so now you can see the trading view itself. All right, so just now I was talking about the level of 25060. Am I right or not? 25060. Yeah. So let's see what is this 25060 is all about. Okay, can you see that here? 25060, right, this region, right, it is exactly where the let me draw it out for you, exactly where the volume profiles of today is showing as well. So this is the today how the volume profile looks like. So we are exactly talking about this POC or value area of today. Can you see that? So you see, it doesn't really matter if you are doing analysis on the doing analysis on the boom map, or you're doing analysis on the this trading view, because they are roughly the, they will show you the same meaning. All right, it just of course maybe boom map can show you something different, all right, something like that, all right, but they will always point to the similar figure. So to summarize, right, I am looking for potentiality of the price going to 250.60 level. You got what I mean now? Okay, so from there, how do we play? Of course, we can play both way. All right, we can play both way. If you are a little bit adventure enough, all right, you can short the market. All right, you can short the market and try to TP toward this level that I just mentioned, which is 250.60, right? Or if you want to be I want to stay with the market, I want to stay with the trend, right? I want to buy from the good support. All right, so in this case we long from this region. All right, so having the same idea, right, but we can play both way. All right, to me, of course, the better choice is possibly will be waiting to buy around here. All right, so another question is that will it happen during this London session or not? I mean, nobody know. Okay. All right, so this is on the Nasdaq. All right, so we don't chase the trade unnecessarily. All right, because a lot of time by chasing the trade, what happened was, I mean I have done it before many times. All right, by chasing the trade, what happened was that you lost your balance, right? Because you see, or like for example, we are bullish, example, right? All right, we are bullish, right? We are bullish overall, so we just supposedly we wait here for potential buy, right? Let me show you by here. We are bullish, and what we want is that we just want the market to go here, and we want to go here, for example, right? This is our projection, right? But we cannot wait. All right, but we cannot wait. What we do, we sell from here. All right, we sell from here. But instead of market going lower, market go up higher, example. All right, market go up higher. So you see, what happens is your original idea of bullishness is correct, but you see, by not having a patience to wait, you are in the drawdown. Even you might lose your money. Okay, so we are not in the hurry to get into the market, right? So just let our so-called criteria came in. All right, let's see on this one. And moreover, I do not see any big volume to give me any idea or anything. All right, so if let's say there's any big thing happening, any new volume coming in or what, then I would reevaluate. But for now, market is just low volume and just going around me. Okay, so the real volume of today, they came in before Singapore time. I would say before 10 a.m. Other than that, is very quiet volume. So the quiet volumes are very hard for you to predict. Right, low volume in high volatility, so they can go wherever they want to go. Okay, got my point on this. All right, so today we just chill out for a while. In a while, I will continue with the rest of the products. All right, rest of the item. Okay. Okay, so far, any questions so far, guys? Okay. Another very tricky one is gold. Okay. Okay. Let's go through the rest of the item one by one. Right. All right. This for this few weeks, I will be, of course, I will do my best to stream every day, right? But I also got other projects that I'm working on, right? As you know, I'm preparing for my course, right? So because, and also nighttime, I really, I got really have to spend my time on trading live with my inner cycle. So it's like, I'm pretty tied up. So yeah, if I have a little bit of short afternoon session, please don't mind on that. All right. Okay, so let's start, guys. Let's start. Okay, so let's start with the British pound, right? Okay, by the way, this week, yeah, the one of the data that we follow, right? I follow the COD data. They don't came out this week, all right? Normally on the day, right? They will come out on every Saturday morning, right? But this week there's no COD data because of the there's no COD data because of the because it was I think there was a Good Friday or something like that, right? So they will be only releasing on releasing on tomorrow. Okay, so that means there's one data point that is missing for me to do the proper full analysis. Okay, so British pound. All right, let me take out my control Excel sheet. Give me a minute. Okay, basically what is happening right now on the British pound here is that so we have a very big push to the upside. We have a very big push to the upside during the they are talking about 2 weeks 2 weeks piece or whatever, and it looks like this piece is already over, right? So I think what's gonna happen here is that you see they also trick everybody in such a manner how they trick the people. So you see they came to here to retest above the level. So you see normally whoever was shorting the market, right, they likely to put their stop loss here, right? So what happened? Market just nicely come above to eat all their stop loss. Simple as that. They use like a very short time frame to really eat up all the stop loss. All right, so I think the stop loss hunting is done. So what will happen is I think that the market will likely to go lower a little bit, in my opinion. Like the projection here, maybe they would like to retest here, or they might even go back to here as a support, in my opinion. All right, so what should we do? In order for us to take another position, I think it is better for us to wait for some bullish candle to show up. All right, so this is what I'm feeling. So British pound is a bit more on the neutral. All right, a bit on the neutral and the slightly bullish mode. All right, so let's see how it goes. Okay, currently try not to buy from here, because this is where a lot of stop loss are being hunted, and this is where a lot of breakout trader might come in. You don't want to join the breakout trader, because in theory breakout trader lose money most of the time. So you can see we are in between. We have like this, right? This is a so-called stop hunt also. So you see they also stop hunt on the below, they also stop hunt on top. So I think what will likely to happen is that if the market is supposed to be bullish, we need to have a strong break. So how do we know? How do we know whether the breakout is a valid or fake one? All right, so it's very simple actually. All right, very simple. You see now they are breakout here, right? And you see here, around here, they try to break out but they fail. All right, you can see here the volume is pretty low. Normally, if it is a valid breakout or breakdown, yeah, they should accompany with a strong volume. Okay, so this is the attempt breakout, but you see there's no volume, right? In general the volume is very small. That's why this push up failed. All right, that's why this push up failed. So in order for it to break out, yeah, what we need is we need another push to the upside. Of course, better to be a bullish candle. All right, bullish candle, and we need the volume to be quite strong. All right, you see, look at the volume here. They are very small, right? So currently they are not nice. All right, that's why they are not breaking out. Okay, let me show you one example on the valid breakout. All right, for this case, now we are talking about potential breakout on the upside. Now let me show you on the potential breakout on the downside. All right, hang on. You know how they managed to break it down. All right, so you see the market was here. All right, so they also here is that they also have a support here. You see they took a breakdown. They took the 2 days to break down the candle, right? So what happened? You see here there was quite a decent volume that associate with the breakdown. Of course, after a breakdown, they try to retest. You see what happened? After that, they fail. They break all the way down actually. So that was a very good signal of the retest and fail, break to the downside. So currently, will it go all the way up on the euro, British pound? British pound, US dollars? I don't really think so. All right, so don't chase so much. All right, if you want to buy, let the market come to support first. Okay. All right, I hope you got my point. All right, another one is euro is worse. Right, euro is worse than British pound. Also same problem. Can you see that during the breakout, right, that they are trying to do? All right, you can see here. You can see they are trying to break this level, right? You can see the volumes are really getting lower. So to me, this is not a successful breakout. Very likely they're gonna fail. So what do I mean by they're gonna fail? That means sooner or later market will likely to pull back down. Okay, so not really interested breakout to the upside in my opinion. All right, so if you are thinking of buying, you got to be very careful because there is no strength in this push up. Okay. All right, the next one is gold. All right, gold we need to be careful in a way. They always use Monday to hunt a lot of stock. All right, so the famous one, all right, the famous one is here. Right, you can see it was on 23rd of March. It was Monday. You see, they dropped nearly $400. Right, $400 is quite a lot. Gold $400 is almost 10%. That means they dropped 10% within a day. I mean, if it's a meme coin or any not really high liquidity items, it's okay to drop 10%, right? Sometimes they even drop like 20%, 30%, right? Some of the crypto, right? Because they are very low liquidity, low liquid, right? But for a item like gold to drop, I think it's not really a good thing, right? So what happened? I think this it was a good stop hunt, right? Then it was a good stop hunt. Then since then the market was recovering. Okay, yeah, I will go through the Australian again later. All right, just give me a minute on this, yeah. Okay, and I also want to mention about the danger of holding a position over the weekend, right? So this is exactly what happened on gold, right? Okay, just want to show you. I know some of you guys know about it, but I mean, this is for those new trader who is not aware of that, right? So what happened, right? Let's say gold example. This is a lower time frame, 15 minutes time frame. Okay, you have a long on gold, right? Over the last week, like maybe like Thursday or Friday, right? Example, you have a long position here. All right, you have a long position here. All right, you buy position here. You put a stop loss here, right? So you have a so-called manageable risk, right? So of course during the period you make some money, but you wasn't closing it, right? So you ride it all the way to the weekend, right? So what happened? So your entry is here, right? Your entry is here, your stop loss is here, right? So what happened during this, because of this issue that they are having now, right? During the Monday, right, they have a gap, right? So they when they have a gap, right, they open the gap or the gap down, opening at this price. All right, so your entry is here, your stop loss is here. So what will happen is that most of the broker, right, there's no market for them to close your stop loss here. All right, so what will happen? Okay, hang on now, let me show you by here. Okay, let me show you here. I think just because just on the car is covered, I think. Hang on. Okay, let me restart again now, because just now the picture was covered. I want to this one is important. All right. Okay, so I want to show you about okay guys, I want to show you about the danger of trading or keeping the position over the weekend. Right, let's say a person, this is a gold market in the lower time frame, right? So let's say a person bought a long over the, maybe let's say last Thursday, right? So he put a long here, he bought a long here, he put a stop loss here, right? So he was making money throughout the rest of the week, right? Then he didn't manage to close it over the weekend, right? So he keep it until Friday, right? So what happened? So his entry was here, right? His entry was here, his stop loss was here, right? So, but the problem is that due to those geopolitical issue that having currently, so what happened? The market gap down, right? So they gap down for this example, they gap down here, right? So all the broker, or most of the broker, especially the CFD broker, right, there is no way for them to close your position here. All right, they have no choice but they have to close the position here. Okay, so what will happen is that your entry is here, right? Supposedly your stop loss is here, right? But in reality, they will force your position to close here. You will not really most of the time you will never get a good price. Actually, you will get it at the very worst price. So in the end, what will happen is that you can lose more than your position. All right, so that's the reason why if you are trading with like a leverage, all this kind of stuff, and especially if your position is quite huge, right? If your position, like you got take a position quite a big lot size, try not to hold over the weekend, especially at a time like now. Okay, you see, because why? Because of the market gap down, or sometimes gap up. For this case, gap down. Yeah, they have to close at the next available price. All right, so and the price can be different. Okay, so please be very, very much aware of this. And some of the brokers, Singapore broker that I know, like CMC, for forex.com, you need to a little bit clarify with them. They have something called guarantee stop loss. So this is one of the good features that they have, right? For example, like CMC that they have. Let's say same thing, you buy here, your stop loss here, right? If you put a guarantee stop loss, yeah, if you set the guarantee stop loss, even the market, open here with the gap down, they will stay honor you with the close here. Yeah, you got what I mean. So this is a little bit better. It's like an insurance, okay? So I know CMC have it, right? So yeah, but a lot of MT4, MT5 broker, I don't think they have it. All right, so this is something that you may want to consider. All right, some of the broker, they have these features. All right, so so back to Go analysis. What they do, same thing. Every Monday they are doing the same story. Right, they gap down, they pull the market lower, but the rest of the week, they will likely, may not be going lower anymore. All right, so as of right now, okay, Go, right, as of right now, they're at the support level, so I'm expecting some sort of bounce might be happening. All right, so as per my writing here, right, I will not be so bearish unless like 6850, 4650, 4680, this kind of level is broken first, then I will be bad. I will be looking for a sell. If not, I think market will survive in my opinion. All right, so let's see how it's going. Not entirely so bearish, okay. Yeah, so it's a neutral, slightly bullish tone here. Okay, now let's talk about Australian dollars. Okay, everybody clear so far? Yeah. Australian dollars is I am still quite bullish overall. So if you compare, all right, if you compare British pound, if you compare euro, you know, I think Australian dollar is one of the better one in my opinion. All right. So you need to be a little bit careful though, right? Because the better place of potential purchase should have been. Let me, since we're talking about this, let me take out this guy as well. Yeah. Okay, so you can see the better level should have been you know, at this low level like 687, this kind of level. Currently we are at this highly congested zone. So can you see that, right? The market up down, right, up down, right? But you see a lot of congesting taken place here. All right, so what do we mean by congestion? Congestion means this is where a lot of buying and selling are going on. So since a lot of congestion took place here, that means at this place, right, there can be a seller can easily come in also. There can be a buyer easily come in also. Do you get what I mean? Okay, so you got to be careful a little bit. You are in the support and resistance level per se. All right, but overall I'm still quite bullish on Aussie, and I'm looking for this data that will be coming out tomorrow to give me a better idea. All right, so maybe tomorrow live, maybe I can have a, you know, better opinion in my opinion. So far so good still. Okay, all right. Okay, so far so good still, yeah. Okay, all right. Okay, all right, let's move on. Aussie, I have done gold. Silver also roughly should be the same. I think they might get down also. Alright, so you see the same thing. Silver also same thing, right? They get down, it allows stop loss. You see now they are recovering already. Okay, doesn't mean that they will not go up immediately. I don't know, right? But the point is that you see the way that they are playing, right? You see they kept down, bring all the way lower, right? They bring all the way lower, then they put there's a lot of people put the stop loss below this swing level. You see they just nicely go below this level, eat their stop loss. Now they're bouncing back up already. Okay, so trading is all about liquidity grabbing. Trading is all about liquidity grabbing. Your job is to not to become a liquidity. All right, so that means like try not to stop loss or put stop at the places where a lot of other people put the stop loss. All right, because why? If you put the places with the place that other people put the stop loss, yeah, what will happen is that they will definitely go there. Okay, then you know like you go there, take your stop loss, then like okay, then after that it go in your favor, right? So this is not a, so this is all the trading is about. All right, so silver also roughly the same going on, guys. All right. Let's a bit focus back on the this one. Let's see. Okay, I think yeah, I take out the. All right. You can hear me just fine, right, gentlemen? Okay, we take a little bit of break here now. Let me focus back on the here. Alright. I still believe market will go higher. Don't go and short it out. Okay, the only problem is currently we are in the congested zone per se. Alright, let's zoom a little bit. Now I'm focusing on the bull map chart, right? Alright, I have enabled the bull map chart. Oh, okay. There's something very interesting happening now. Okay, guys, take a look at the bull map chart, right? 25115, all right, this level, right? There's a very big loss size came in there, right? Normally, on the normal price session, normal chart, right, you cannot see. Only on the this kind of level 2 bull map chart, then you can see. All right, level 2 chart, yeah. You can see that there was a 129 loss size waiting to be filled. So theoretically, all right, this level is like, there's a sellers are waiting lah, put it this way, sellers are waiting, yeah. So yeah, you can see, right, there was a very big blip on there. You can look at my mouse here. There was a 129 loss size 129 loss size screen is so-called limit order is waiting, all right, because of the book map, it's a level 2 data, so you can see, right? So alright, so this level will be spook people out a little bit. Alright, can make people to price to go lower. Okay. Okay, now they go down and go to 104 and they fail to go down further as well. So basically what is happening right now is the price is handing the 104 is support and 115 is resistance. Okay, I'm seeing some seller coming in, right? But sellers are not able to bring the price lower as well, right? So we have a few. Okay, we have a very good push to the upside coming, guys. You see that here? The volume is eaten up, and watch closely, right? So there's a good push, guys. Don't sell. You see the blue bubble is forming, all right? So let's see, all right? If the price could not go back below the blue bubble, which is a good bullish sign, let's see. Chester here, no Chester? Okay, I can see that you are seeing what I'm seeing as well. Good, bro. But Chester, you see, all right. The normally on the push up, right? If they are quite weak, the market should come down immediately. And you can see the way that so far, right? So far, they are not coming down. So I mean, there's a new buyers are coming into, coming in to push the price. Let's see. Let's see. You see the price is not really willing to. Maybe I will take a small jab to the long side. Let's see. Hang on. Okay, 50-50, guys. All right, I have a small limit orders. All right, let's see. Limit on the buy side. Okay. Okay, let's see. Okay, one of the reason is that I believe this swing level might be, I mean, they got a bit of push there. All right, let's see. All right, I will be considered wrong if the price go below 25090, this kind of level. All right, let's see, guys. Wish me luck on that. What is the good level that it can goes to? I think it can goes to 27, 25127, 25130 level. All right, let's see on that. I'm talking about here. Okay. Okay, it's coming. To me, maybe not a good entry because apparently I'm chasing. All right, should have been like, you know, where at the shorter level, lower level, something like that. All right, but I was hoping this blue bubble have some strength on this. Okay, let's see. I think they do. Okay, now we have more and more buying coming in, but the price really need to break away to the upside. Okay, let's see, gentlemen. Okay, you can see here, all right, the price is actually not really going anywhere much so far, but CVD is really climbing. Can you see the green line on the below? So sooner or later somebody have to follow. If price follow the CVD, that means the price need to climb higher, right? I think the price will climb higher. Let's see. Okay, so we can say we are a little bit safe as long as the CVD didn't drop significantly. All right, so you know, let's see, guys. Okay, currently we have some resistance coming at 122. Once they break 122, they will go to 125, back to then 127. 127 will be a good level in my opinion. Yeah, 126, 127, not 127 exactly. Okay, let's see. Currently we are the resistance. Careful though. All right, see the market is loading. I'm worried that this place will be some sort of iceberg. You know, iceberg will be a problem. All right, because iceberg mean you cannot see the position, the chunk of position. Iceberg mean, like, for example, like, okay, just to explain how the iceberg normally operate, right? Okay, let's say there's an iceberg at 122, right? Currently we see here 122 around 5 lots only. So we thought that, okay, you know, if the price go there, the market will, you know, should be easily break out higher. Then, you know, we thought that this level is not important, right? But let's say when it's the iceberg, what will happen is that when you go to 122, right, then the price will so-called the 5 lots will be eaten up, but the price will pull back a little bit. Then what will happen? The next 5 lot will be immediately will come in. So it's like, you know, they will be keep on loading the position. So, you know, even though this area only shows 6 or 5, right, actually there may be a 300, there may be a 3000. You got what I mean? The number, they never show the whole number in one shot, but they keep on loading. Okay, so this is what the iceberg is. All right, so if it is an iceberg order, you need to be very careful because it's very hard for a market to really way past that level. All right, all this kind of information, yeah, we will not be able to see it on the normal price action chart. Okay, let's see. Okay, we talk a little bit on the here. All right, the 10-year bond yield. One of the so-called the good news, right, is that the bond yields is a little bit coming down, right? So I mean, of course, they go up for today, but for the past few hours they are coming down. So, you know, the bond yield coming down can say good news for the stock market, right? So that's the reason why I think market is a little bit trying to go up here. Okay, so I think we got some chance. All right, Okay, at the same time we need to be careful as well, right? We can never be so complacent. You see here, right? We have a lot of blue bubbles show up, but the price is not clearly not clearing decisively. So please be very careful, right? This kind of thing, we at least we don't add position anyhow, this kind of stuff, right? So always hold a manageable position, all right? Of course, during nighttime, I will take a little bit more risk, right? But during daytime, I won't take in so much risk. Okay. All right. Looks like 25120. This kind of level is not really they are holding quite well actually, right? You see the market try to go there, come down, try to go there, come down. So please be very careful, all right? They may not announce strength to break, right? So in order for them to break it, try to break it again, what they have to do, they have to come down again, right? Then they have to come back up. So now they are trying. All right, let's see. That's why I always start with a very small lot size. Then I have more room to play. If you start with a very big lot size, then just against you a little bit, you already suffer a big amount in it. So it's not. We have to build slowly. All right, let's go to 25122, and I think 25125 and 127 stay possible. All right. Okay, let's go. Okay, hang on. Okay, be careful now. All right, because you see there is a very thin volume, limit volumes on the underneath. So something is up. Careful. Okay, just let's see. And at the same time, do you notice that there's a CVD big drop? So yeah, this is something that we need to be very careful now as well. We don't add position. Number one, we don't add position. Okay, when we need to be cautious, we don't add position. Yeah, we need to be quite careful. All right. Okay, we don't add position, guys. All right. The price going lower than this blue bubble is not really a good news. Okay, so it's mean that there's a people trying to push the price, but they are failing. All right, so that's mean the bullish is a little bit weakening, bull side is a little bit weakening. Okay, so let's see. So now they are retesting on this previous bubble, right? The price better be stay above it. If not, we can say it's not really good for on the buy side, right? This is what we call it reading a tape, right? So the new information come in, we have to keep on gauging whether our views is valid or not, this kind of stuff. All right. Of course, we don't really like buy and sell as the new information come in also, right? We have to a little bit keep on validating, right? So far, I think it's not really good to long. All right. I think they might go to 100 level, right, or even 105 level, right? I think maybe 105 level. Okay, let's see, 105 this level, all right. Okay, we have small buyer coming in. The price is bouncing up from there. So let's see. So what we need now is that we need a price to be above this line, and even if they will pull back, all right, they won't pull back quite a lot. So it's like we need a higher high, higher low candle, higher low pattern, right? So no adding. Yeah, they are beating quite a lot of resistance around 122 level, so please be very careful. So instead of 130 is a resistance now around 120, 122 is a resistance now already. All right, so that means they are moving the resistance lower. So this is the kind of, like, you know, that means the bearish sell limits are getting gaining more and more momentum per se, or gaining more power here. All right, okay, we don't add position yet. All right, I will only add the position when the market is really at the support level. All right. Okay, let's see, they can push up one more round. The price need to break above 115 to be back to bullish trend. All right, 115. If not, it's not a good news. All right, let's see. And one thing that a little bit on our side is that CBDs are still climbing. So that means every time the market try to go up, right, there's a there's aggressive buyings are still going on. All right, so yeah, so hopefully this aggressive buying can push the market higher. All right, let's see, guys. Okay, something's happening, and you see they quickly go down, right? Then they quickly go up. So please be careful, right? So they're hunting stop on the both side, especially from the long, right? They go to this 100 level. So let's see, all right? I won't be talking about bullishness unless they break 112 level, all right? Okay, now we have a seller coming in. Right now we have a seller coming in. The prices go below the seller, so which is not a good news for buyer. All right, so next support is around 25090 level. All right, let's see. All right, so the bears are starting to fight strongly. Just now remember this 112 level, the market could not break this 112 level, right? Then now they also break 105 level already, so please be very careful. All right. Yeah, bro, trading is waiting. So they have so-called comfortably go below this level. All right, let's see. Go below this one was something level. All right. Okay. All right, now they are pulling back. Okay, so they found this level as a support. All right, let's see on this. So there is from the counter analysis, right? So what I'm noticing here is that we need to be very careful in a way. You see here this box, right? Okay, hang on. Let me take out all the drawings on so that you can see clearly. Okay, so look at this box here. All right, so this is the box whereby just now got a lot of buying coming in, correct? We can see a lot of quite bullish bubble boxes, right? Bullish bubble, right, in this box. So what it's telling us is that there's a lot of buying coming in to try to push the price higher, right? So it's from 105 to just to say 122. So this 20 point level box, right? But you see what happened? Instead of going higher immediately, the price go down, Okay, so that means these buyers are trapped already, just like what we have trapped as well, right? So far currently I got one position are trapped. So what will likely to happen is that market better stay above these boxes. This is a box lower boundary 105. The upper boundary is 122, right? So the price better stay above this to continuously bullish. So in other words, I will not be adding new position or aggressively long again unless the price go past this box, in my opinion. All right, because the likelihood of market going against you is very high now. Okay, So always remember, trading, we have to be thinking about potentiality of you get it wrong. Okay, because who want to get it wrong, right? So I mean, getting wrong is a part of the trading here. So I will not be adding long, right, unless they break out from this box. Okay, if you think what we are discussing here are useful, do me a favor, press like in YouTube, or if you're watching me from Cake, right, do me a favor, please press like, right? I mean, of course, you know, we cannot guarantee we will always make money, right, or we will always win, right, because we cannot really predict the market. We cannot predict the future, but we can so-called control our behavior, right? So currently, like I said, as long as the price is not back into this box, we better don't long. Okay. Okay, unless we got something that really, you know, giving us here. All right, let's see. Sometime actually sometimes the market was bullish, right? But you see, when we have this kind of such a long new position coming in, yeah, market no longer have an additional new order. So what they do, they pull back. So normally after the big blue bubbles, normally it will pull back. All right, but if let's say the market is strong enough, right, what will happen sooner or later, they should go back up higher. All right. So, you know, just like what we can learn here, right? We go market up, bigger buying come in, they pull back a bit, buying come in, pull back a bit, right? Come in, then eventually they will break up. All right. So yeah, something like that. Okay. So let's see. Okay, so now currently we are seeing 098. Right, we are seeing some selling coming in, right? But the price managed to break here. Okay, so I think not bad in my opinion. All right, so let's see whether the price will go here. 90. Let's see. The buyer still got a bit of chance. All right, let's see. So this is a swing level, right? This is a swing level. So likely, right? Likely they were likely to go below this level to eat the stop loss, in my opinion, right? So the way that they are pausing here, I don't think it is is a bottom here, because most of the time they want to, you know, because a lot of people who are buying in this push, right? A lot of people, most likely they will put the stop loss here. All right, they will put the stop loss here. So might be the case they will have a quick push to the downside, eat all the stop loss, and they will bounce back up. All right, so please be very careful. We call it flush, right? We call it flush. So flush might happen. Okay. Okay, now they are bouncing up from this level, so a bit of bullishness is so-called slowly fighting back here. Right, let's see. Let's see, gentlemen. so far what I can understand is that a lot of buying coming in. All right, so since there's no more new buyer coming in, the price pullback, but the price should be able to defend and start to climb higher, in my opinion. Let's see. All right. No adding, guys, no adding. All right, no adding. Okay, currently we have this. Just give me a minute. Currently we have such a strong sellers are waiting at around 25,100. Let's see whether it can climb higher or not. Let's see. Meanwhile, let's continue with the rest. Okay, so this one is silver. All right, let's talk about BTC, right? Okay. Okay, let's talk about crude oil first. All right. So crude oil, I am expecting it will go up higher. All right, expecting to go up higher, and they also do same thing. Crude oil, all those things. You see, they will always flush very, very strongly. So when you trade a item like crude oil, please be very careful. All right, you know, they have a lot of flush along the way. They can either flush up or flush down. For this case, for this two instance, it's flush down. So don't go in with a very tight stop loss. So my suggestion, going with a smaller lot size, so that you can stand this kind of flush. All right. So crude oil, this is on here. All right. So you see, talking about the potential peace agreement, they flush down. See now, in this Monday morning, they gap up. So very dangerous kind of environment right now. All right, but overall I'm still quite a little bit bullish on this guy. All right, so I'm not really bearish unless they start to break a level like $88 or even $75. Okay, so I still believe it will climb slowly to the upside. All right, okay, then the next one is BTC. All right, BTC is something that I don't really have a very big confidence on. All right, because BTC actually, put it this way, they do not really have so much of the use case here actually. Right, they do not have so much use case here, and BTC got something to do with liquidity in the market. So in the market, there's a lot of liquidity. Like BTC will go up, right? Because liquidity, right? Just like I was giving a example, like like Labubu, right? Labubu, right? All people need Labubu or not? Do we need Labubu in life or not? No need, right? Labubu is just a hobby, right? So same thing like a bit like a BTC here as well. All right, there's like people got extra cash, some collector item. You buy some Labubu, right? Same thing here as well. BTC also quite similar. They are directly proportionate to liquidity in the market. People have more money, willing to spend. Item like BTC will go up. All right. So currently, I am not strongly bullish on BTC. All right. I still do own BTC though. All right. It's just that I don't think we can we can buy a lot of BTC to make a lot of money immediately. That's what I mean. Okay. So I'm staying away from crypto for almost a few months already. Actually, I buy very small amount. That's all. I am not actively trading for crypto quite some time. All right. So I hope I answered to your question about BTC at this moment. Okay. All right. Okay, now back to this guy, right? So market just pulled back up a little bit. So what they are trying to do right now is they are trying to decide, right? They're trying to decide this box, all right? This box. So market better break above this 110 level strongly first, right? I have a bit of confidence that market is a little bit stay quite bullish. One of the reasons because CVD stay quite high, right? But the moment CVD drops, I'll be very careful already. All right, currently CVD is they're not going higher further, but at least they're not going down as well. All right, so let's see. So okay, just I think they want to spend their time here already. So careful now, right? They just don't, they try to retest this box, right? And so far they fail. Oh God, okay. You need to be careful already, all right? So far they fail. You see their price didn't go up above 110, right? So it's not really so bullish as well. I'm not going to add any position. I will only add when they add either they break out strongly or we are at the very prominent support level. Now 50-50 level, so no point. By adding position, of course, if you go back above, just go up half, you can make money, right? It's not worth it, all right? Because let's say if you add position here, all right, let's say a lot of people used to do that, right? I used to do that also, right? So let's say I add a position here, right? So the price have to travel up only half of the gap now in order for me to break even, right? This is a very so-called interesting factor, right? It go up half, only you already make back your money already, right? So you see, it's like a cheat code like that, right? But the problem is that instead of going up, it go away further, your loss will double also. Okay, so please be aware of that. All right. So adding position is a double-edged sword. All right, no free lunch here. All right. Let's say let's see how many points I'm in the drawdown right now, just to see. Okay, I'm on 14-point drawdown example. All right. So if I long another position, they don't have to go up 14 point anymore. They just need to go up 7 point. If the moment I hit the 7 point, I already break even, right? This is a very interesting offer, right? I don't need to. The price doesn't have to need to go back to 14 point. But the problem is that if go down against us or go down against me, my loss also volume, my loss also double, right? So this be careful. Please be careful of that. All right. So no free lunch here. Of course, can help you and also can help you bet also. All right. Okay. All right. So now they are trying to break the level again. All right. They're trying to break this this rectangle again. Let's see. It's 101. Okay. All right. I think we have some bullish case scenario. We just need to break this box only. All right. We just need to break this box. If things break out this box, then we got a good chance. Any news today? So far, no news. That's why the market is just nothing but a swing here. All right. So far in the box of 107, the market is very much of a lot of resistance. All right, decently a lot of resistance. So now we are backtrack a little bit. Okay, so now okay, you see a few mountain area tops are appearing. So 25108 is a bit of resistance. Another bigger resistance is 25112. All right, 25112 is important as well. The another resistance is 25115. So to repeat, all right, this three level, 25109, 108, 109, 25112, and 25115. Price better break above this three, then we are back on the bullish side. Okay, so let's see. All right, shall we add long or not? No. All right. There's a divergence going on, yeah. You look at the CVD is climbing, trying to go up higher and higher, but the price is not climbing. So same thing. Sooner or later, the price have to. Sooner or later, somebody have to follow. If the price follow the CVD, that means the price have to adjust by going higher. If the CVD follow the price, mean the CVD have to drop lower. Right. So of course, we hope that the price will adjust to CVD by going higher, yeah. But please be very careful. Now we have a divergence going on. Sooner or later, one of them have to follow. All right. Sooner or later, one of them have to follow. Okay, let's see, guys. Let's see. So the market could not break the box again, right? So okay, so it's good that we don't add position. We are back into the box again. You can see currently, right? Currently the support is around like here. We are roughly at support. The next support is around 25090. All right, and the resistance, yeah, is around 115. So market may be about to swing big, in my opinion. All right, so be careful. Of course, can be swing down. Let's say during the like, you know, just before the big news come up, right? Let's say before the big news come up. Let me see. before the big news come up, right, you will notice the whole all the limit orders, yeah, limit orders is totally disappeared. All right, so currently you see, you look at all these like a little bit of red line. Some of them are quite red, some of them are quite black, right? You see that? See, told you. Come on, go up. Okay, what is happening? All right. Just now I just mentioned that you see that all the limits orders are gone, right? They say I'm going likely to go up higher, or going to swing, right? Not say go up higher, going to swing. Let's see. All right. They push it up, but they didn't break out yet. So where are you going? Okay. Good news, all right, is that the price is managed to stay above this line already. All right, so this is considered a good news. All right. But the bad news is the price could not break a lot higher. So not bad. All right, not bad, but they are not really dropping a lot either, right? Okay, now the seller coming in, the price managed to stay above. I try to long a little bit, one more round. Okay, let's see. Okay, see whether they can go to 122. All right, 122, 120, 122 lah. Huh? Give some discount here. All right, hang on. Careful though, the sellers are not really giving up yet also. Let's see. Okay, come on, push. See whether they can do it to 120. Okay, 120 hit. All right. Okay, I close one position. All right. So they can go to 127 now. All right, 127. Okay, the price need to go above 127, 130 first. Please be careful a little bit. All right, so yeah. Yeah. Let's see. Okay, just now I got two position, right? So I took one already. So another one is just swinging up and down. So we need to give some time, in my opinion. Okay, tell you what. Let's see whether I can go to 127. CVD looks good, right? That means the healthy pushing is going on. All right. So now is they are not really breaking out yet, because I mean, come on, this level is a triple top, right? This level a triple top, gentlemen, they won't easily break out, right? So they are trying. Okay, they may take some time, right? Okay, yeah, all right. So second time they try to break out. Yeah, you see, look at the volume is quite high, but they didn't manage to break out immediately. Now they are trying that time, right? Let's see whether they can break out or not. All right, I think they might break out. All right. So far this section, right? Since we are talking here, I think almost 2 hours already. You know, it's like I got two position, right? I think can go to 140 lah, 140 level. So I think what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna move my let's see, guys. So this level, right? 143 level. All right, so around here, 142, 143 level. This is my TP. All right, my stop loss I hide behind this big level. All right, so let's see. All right, not really a good risk to reward ratio though, but I think I will have a better chance of hitting my TP here. All right, let's see for a while. Okay, I'll be right back. Okay, so let's see for a while from there. I'll be right back, guys. Hopefully they will do one big scoop to the upside and hit my TP, right? I go and make coffee. Let me know if ever it hit our TP, okay? Wow, okay, so the market is just not going up higher immediately. All right, okay, so they mean they don't want the price to rise immediately. All right, let's see. Okay, you look at the recent move to the downside, right? There's no volume at all. Okay, there was no bubble, no volume, so it's a pretty I mean, it's mean please be very careful. The market tried to push up, right? Go up a lot, and you see all of a sudden nobody is interested, right? So this might be a fake breakout to the upside also. All right. So you see just now they try to go up until 25, right? 125, this kind of level, and you see the price didn't really go up immediately. Okay. So this might be a fake breakout to the upside also. All right. So please be very careful. We are not really off from these two rectangle boxes. So yeah. So that means the sellers are not really giving up as well. Okay. And you see we have a red bubble show up, right? And the price is starting to go lower also. Then look at the CVD. CVD also start to crack a little bit already. So careful, guys. So we have something like this. Let me draw for you. Okay, so it's say similar to what we call it, inverse head and shoulder, right? Similar to inverse head and shoulder. So let's see. Okay. And if we look from the today point of view, currently we are still hovering around here. Today point of view, look into the today context. We have one volume profile here, then this is a low volume, then we have one volume, another profile here, low volume, and we have a small volume profiles here. Right, so we have like a triple distribution going on here. All right, the good support or better support is around 25060. This is something that we have identified since the earlier part of this stream. All right, so what happened just now? The market came down, break below, and they go to touch this low volume node here. So it means they are trying to get away from this volume profile area. So in order for the market to really break out higher, that means they have to really pass through this volume profile one more time. All right, so that's the reason why market have a hard time breaking up also. Okay, so yeah, so currently they are trying to grind through this volume profile that show up here. You got 3 volume profile today, right? This one, of course the middle one is the biggest one, and this is quite a little bit of small one, but it's a very long one, right? So anything in between are considered low volume nodes, right? So they try to go in between this low volume node just now, right? But they failed. They managed to come back up, right? But in order for it to go up higher, they need to grind through this volume profile, right? So this is what they are doing right now. Okay, so I think they take some time, in my opinion. All right. So when the market is grinding in such manner, I will not be so eager to long. Okay. All right. Yeah, so they're just grinding up and down only. Okay, we notice there's a very big sell limits are waiting here around with the 33 lot size. Okay, during the US session, 33 lot size is considered nothing, but of course during the time like now, 33 lot size is a little bit, quite big. So are they going to add like this inverse head and shoulder? Right, if inverse head and shoulder, that is a good news, right? Because inverse head and shoulder normally they will move this amount, that means 92. So it's like if they really break this line, yeah, they can go another 20 points. All right, so I think we are talking about, yeah, this 40 level, right? 25140 level. Right, let's see, gentlemen. I'm not sure how should I put my mic. I think I will put it like this. Yeah. All right. Okay, let's see whether they can climb back up or not. Of course, now the resistance here, the obvious one is around 120 to 125. Okay, this is a very important resistance now. Yeah. Chester, I totally agree with you. I almost want to call it a day also already. Maybe I will stay for the next 20 minutes. Yeah, I agree, bro. Come back later actually. Now it's totally like cannot predict really one. Maybe I will stay maybe next 15 minutes or plus. Right, let's see how it goes, guys, at least. Yeah. Okay, just check a bit, yeah, since we are here. Just a minute now, guys. Let the market move. Oh, today we don't have news. Today we don't have much of the news. You can see here. All right, today we don't have much of the news today. We don't have much of the news today. Only start from tomorrow, then we have a news. So yeah. Yeah. Liam, Ken. Wait can you write me an email to me? Just a minute maybe you put your number inside, right? Then we will see how we will go from there. All right. Yeah. All right. Okay. Silver, right? You need to be quite careful. Silver. Alright, I'm waiting for this data lah, actually, right? I'm sure you know what I'm talking about. Right, let me show you here. I'm looking for this data. I'm looking for this data to come out, right? And because of due to the this Good Friday, they didn't release the data last Saturday. Okay, so from what I know, tomorrow morning, yeah, they will release the data. Okay, so I will be busy tomorrow morning a little bit because yeah. Okay, let's see the market can climb. Okay, just keep in mind 125 is a little bit resisting. If they break 125 strongly, I think we have some chance. Okay. Okay, if we break that level strongly, I think we have chance on that. Just give me a minute, guys. This mic, this mic cause a lot of trouble. It's blocking my view lah. Let me try out. See how this will solve the problem. Yeah, this will solve the problem. Yeah. Okay, guys can hear, right? No issue, right? Okay lah. Then I can move it away a little bit. Yeah. Kwame, hey. Okay. I mean, the entry that I made today, right, is not that great. Okay, I should wait a little bit more. We suffer a little bit of drawdown, right? Yeah. So could have been better. All right, could have been better. All right. Yep, Raj, of course, by all means. Yeah, currently, like I said, 125, 25125 is quite a tough level to crack actually. Right? Maybe I don't know whether we should take profit or not. Okay, maybe we wait for a bit more, a little bit more. Okay, all right, a little bit more. Yeah, you got a point. Maybe 131. Okay, I will reduce lower my profit at around 131. All right. Okay, one of the reason, right, I set it to 131 is because, okay, let me show you. Okay, so here, right? All right, here, yeah. So few days ago, the profile is like this, right? So we have a blip here, all right. Then the rest of the profile is like this. So currently, I'm aiming this blip up. So you see, like that day, a lot of mountain, right? We got one mountain here, we got one mountain here, we got one small mountain here, we got one big mountain here. So you see, on that day, they got 4 mountain here, all right. So I'm aiming one of the peak of the mountain here, all right. So yeah, I am expecting this 131 level will be a good level as well. Okay, 131 level will be a good level for me to potentially close my position as well. Okay, so yeah, this thing here, let's see. Okay, so let's see. They are not really, the sellers are not really giving up also, yeah. So please be quite careful. This level got a lot of pin bar. You see that? A lot of pins. A lot of pins mean there's a lot of attempt to go past, but there's a lot of, opposite force are coming to push the price. So pin bar mean the price go up, right? But there's a seller coming in so that the price go back down. So this is called pin bar, right? So you see we have quite a lot of pin here. So please be careful as well. All right. Let's see, gentlemen. Let's see. Anyway, my TP is almost there already. All right, or just 10 points away. So let's see. So pin bars are, people like to use pin bar, you know, this kind of thing. Actually, the pin bars are very powerful indications. So pin bars, right? So, you know, like for example here, all right, just want to show you. For example here, all right, for example here, right, you can see here, right? So what happened on that time, on that candle is that you see the price open here, price go drop a lot. But in the end of that, before this candle close, right, you see something is pushing the price back up. Then they close at the even higher than the open price. So you see, we have a pin bar on that period. So you see, whenever you see a pin bar like this, right, always mindful of that area, because this area have proven that, you know, somebody that causing something is causing the price to go back up higher. So this is a very good indication. Okay, so you see the price never really go below already. You see they go up a lot. All right, so you know you have to keep on gauging the where are the pins are. All right, so in a time like now, right, we are a little bit risky on both sides because we have a pin on the lower end and we also have a pin on the higher end, right? So this is kind of like is to show that the market is really fighting from the both sides. That means the bulls are also fighting with bears, the bears are also fighting with bulls. Okay, but like this here, it was a very obvious, right? You see, after that, there is not much of a pin, right? So you see, market just took off until here. You see, all right. Okay, I think I'll move my stop loss to break even. All right, so either break even or win. All right, let's see. We still need to be careful though, because just now they break this 125, right? See whether they got enough strength or not. Okay, that's why the moment I noticed they are trying to break the resistance level, because if they have no strength, they will come back, right? So that's why I lock my, you know, at least, you know, lock my wrist. All right, let's see. You see that market could not break up immediately, they come back down. So that's this kind of thing I have to care. We cannot be like, you know, oh, you know, let's whack, you know. Of course I want the market to go up, right? But sometimes it, you know, it might show us otherwise. Let's see. So now we have a new buyer coming in, trying to push the price. But the problem is the price didn't go higher. So this is a little bit of troubling, right? 130 area, all right? So in that case, what I'm going to do is I'm going to move my TP for this case to AZ around this region. Because this level, the price go there, they've been rejected once, right? So let's see, all right? So hopefully they go and retest this previous high and take my profit out, all right? Okay, let's see, guys. So it's almost 50-50. The price right now is totally halfway between TP and my stop loss. So I got 50 chance of winning, 50 chance of break even. Okay, let's see. Let's just have a quick push to 130, then we are done. Okay, they are trying. All right, so currently no volume, right? No volume, nothing. So it can go both way, right? So I hope they will just go to retest the previous this bubble area of 130, right? So let's see how it goes, guys. So far, our this inverse head and shoulder theory is doing okay, right? You can see we have a shoulder, right? We have a head, right? We have another shoulder, right? So hopefully the market will go up nicely. Okay, just give me a minute, guys. So hopefully they will just go up at least, right? So we have an inverse head and shoulder. Let's see. Same thing. When we look at this CVD is a little bit promising, right? They keep on driving higher. So I mean, there's a strength in it, all right? So let's see. So yeah, so the chance of hitting our 130 is a little bit higher, all right? Yeah, break even now. Correct. I put a stop loss to break even now already. Yep. So it's either TP or break even, right? Okay, let's check it out. See if will it hit our TP or not. So far today we took two positions. Okay. One position I already took profit already manually, and this is the second position that we are looking at. All right. Okay, I think it's already hit our TP. All right. All right, guys, congratulations. All right, if you, I mean, let's do the W in the chat. That's right. I'm looking for rewards. W in the chat. If you're on YouTube, W in the chat. If you're on the cake, W in the chat. If you are in X, also do me a favor, W in the chat. All right. I hope today is a good good session. All right, for you and for me. Okay. I mean, I could have done better. All right, I could have done better, but okay, not bad. Market saved me up a little bit. All right. One of the so-called, let's do a little bit of recap. Yeah. One of the good point, or one of the things that I was a little bit confident on the buy side is the CVD. All right, because CVD have been, I mean, there's a time they go sideways, but you see they are keep on going up, right? They don't even do, they just straight away go up, sideways a little bit, go up, sideways a little bit, this kind of stuff. So to me, market is really, really bullish so far, right? That's the reason why I am a little bit, refuse to stay on the short side. Okay, so well, today we have a two trade, right? Yeah. All right, I'm glad to hear you guys are doing okay. All right, maybe we stay for 2 more minutes. All right, just want to make sure it's on the dot. Yeah, a little bit of for US session. All right, thank you very much, guys. Ask you guys, anybody here trade the funded trader or not? Trader or not? Funding program. Anybody trade here? Anybody trade here? Right on the chat, guy. Yeah, I do. All right. So funded trader, right? Basically, it's a different way of trading. All right, different way of trading. All right, different way of trading. You must know what exactly it is. I mean, it's better for you to know what exactly it is. All right, because is by knowing what they really are. All right, by knowing what they really are, I mean, you can perform better. Okay, let me just, before we call it a day, let me just explain a little bit about the Fender program a little bit. Okay. Of course, this is meant more for people who trading the Fender, right? Okay, so be it the crypto, be it the CFD funded, or be it the future funded, are actually roughly the same. All right. So what is the thing here is that, okay, what is the thing? Right, risk management is important, of course, sure. But what's the thing here is that, okay, in normal model, right, normal CFD model, right, those brokers, right, they are the market maker, right? I mean, there's nothing wrong with that, huh? Nothing wrong with that. That means if you buy, they sell. All right. That means if you make money, they lose. If you lose money, they win. Okay. If you lose money, they win. So they are kind of like proportionate. That means you win $100, they lose $100, or you lose $100, they win $100. You see, the ratio is proportionate. You got what I mean so far? So in the CFD model, all right, the ratio is proportionate. That means you can win this amount of money, and you can also lose this amount of money. You got what I mean? But the funded trader is slightly different, because you see, by making you try to trade with them or buy the program from them, right? They are giving you a lot of cheaper price. So for example, like in order for you to like to get the let's say like $50,000 worth of funding, right, from them, you don't have to pay $50,000 already. Do you got what I mean now? So this is a difference between the normal CFD model and the funded trader model. So that means you are getting let's look from the trader point of view. You are getting the $50,000 worth of money or fund, for this case fund. I just use some word fund. $50,000 worth of fund for a portion of that amount. Let's say you got $50,000. Let's say you pay $200. Example. You got what I mean now? So it's a very good deal for you, correct or not? You can manage $50,000 and you only pay $200, correct? So where do they try to handicap you. That means where do they try to do, they have to put the rules. If not, it's not fair for the people on the another side, right? So what they do is they come up with all the rules. Okay, in the CFD, it's very straightforward. You win, they lose, you win. You got what I mean? Sorry, you win, they lose, you lose, they win, right? But in the CFD, this on CFD, but in funded program, totally different, because they are now paying you more, and even if you win or lose, you are always winning. You know why? Because you only have to pay $200 to get the $50,000. Am I right? Okay, so how they do is that they come up with all kind of rules so that make sure you don't win. Do you got what I mean so far or not? If you got what I mean so far, please say yes. Okay, and let me continue a little bit further. So what all these things coming here is that they were coming with intraday drawdown, trailing drawdown, all this drawdown, right, is basically all this drawdown, right? Consistency rule is a way for you to make sure that you don't win so much in one shot. All right, so basically all these rules are just put everything in the context, right? All this rule is the way to control you. Simple as that. Okay, CFD, straightforward. You win, they lose. You lose, they win. Simple, straightforward. The ratio is 1-to-1. But in the funded program, no, because you only need to pay around $200 to control $5 or $50,000. Correct or not? So they have to come up with all kind of rules. So our job is to make sure your cost of that $50,000, right? Your costs have to be as low as possible. Number one, okay, simple. Number one, how you do is that you only purchase the you only purchase a funded program when they are in the discount. Don't ever pay full price. They can have like in the future, right? You can have like Apex, right? Apex, they have like 80% discount, 90% discount. This kind of thing, you always look out for discount. Discount means you pay less. That means, like for example, instead of paying $200 to get $50,000, now you're only paying, let's say, $100 to pay $50,000. You got what I mean? So always look out for discount. By getting a discount means your cost is always lower than normal price. Okay, this number one is get the discount. Okay, number two is you must understand the rules that they are imposing on. Okay, so one of the example is one of the biggest scaler. All right, one of the biggest scaler is a trailing drawdown. Have you heard before? I know those people who traded Apex Trader, you will know. Trailing drawdown is that something that, let's say you start with zero, right? Let's say you never win, you never lose, right? Okay, so you have what can I call it? Okay, maybe I draw it here. All right, maybe I draw it here. I'll draw it here. Okay, I draw here. Okay, so basically what this trailing drawdown does is that, okay, example, all right, example, you start at here, right? So you start to make, example, here you start to make $1,000, all right? You start to make $1,000, and you are draw down that whenever you take a trade, all right, whenever you take a trade, you have a drawdown that they are allowed to, you are given a drawdown, right? So example, your drawdown is $2,000, all right, $2,000. So in the first trade, it go against you. Let's say it go against you, all right, go against you. You lost $2,000. That's it. Your account is burst, right? So this is straightforward, right? But the trailing drawdown, how they handicap a trader is that when you take a trade, right? How they handicap a trader is that when you take a trade, right? When you take a trade, right? You win quite a lot. Let's say you win $4,000, right? But you fail to take a profit, and the market come down. You close it at, let's say, at $2,000. So what it does is that so far in the end of that particular days, your profit become $2,000. Am I right? But the problem is that because of the trailing drawdown, actually, even though you close at $2,000, your highest profit go to $4,000 first. That means you 50% pull back, then you close, right? So what happened is that now your trailing is no longer at, okay, example, yeah. So this is your 0 point. That means this is your minus 2,000, right? It means in normal time, you hit minus 2,000, you will lose your account, right? But let's say you got it right. It go all the way up to $4,000 profit. All right, $4,000 profit, right? But you didn't close, all right? You didn't close. You wait until it go against you, then only when the profit become 2,000, then you close. So in the normal trading account, right? In the normal trading account, doesn't matter. But in this kind of trailing drawdown account, what happened is that now your trailing drawdown was previously minus 2,000, right? Actually, now your trailing drawdown become 0. So what does it mean? What does it mean is that, let's say the next day you come back to trade again, you start from 2,000, right? Profit 2,000, but on that day, instead of you make money, you lose money. Let's say the moment you lose 2,000 here, that means you're back to 0, yeah? Your account is gone. By right, you are back to normal, right? In the normal condition, your account is just 0 only. You don't win anything, you don't lose anything. But in the funded program with the trailing drawdown that like we have, you are already hit your account. Why? Because of this trailing drawdown, your trailing drawdown follow up. Okay. All right. So this kind of rules are just to make sure the trader don't win, or most of the trader don't win. Put it this way. Okay. It's nothing bad about it. Just a rule that, of course, everything is a game, right? So it's just a rule. So that's the reason why you have to be very careful. What are the rules? The more rules they have in the your Preop account, right, the more chance of you winning is lesser. You got what I mean? So the chance of you getting, so like you got one rule only, is like maybe you will get better chance. You got 2 rule, the chance get lesser. You got 3 rule, chance get lesser. So always remember that what kind of so-called game you are playing. So one of the, before I go off for today, right, one of the things that what you can do this kind of market is that don't trade very don't go for a very big swing. People call it, try to trade the base hit. Okay, I repeat, try to trade the base hit. So instead of go for like, or you win 4,000, drawdown you only made 2,000. No, don't do that. All right, when you have this kind of trailing drawdown market, trailing drawdown account, just have a fixed TP level that you are looking at. For example, instead of let the market go 4,000, at 2,000 you close your position. Do you got what I mean? So if you do that, the next day you come back, right? The next day you come back, you have money of 2,000 in your account, right? And you have a drawdown of 2,000 to 0 is 2,000, 0 to minus 2,000, 2,000. You have a drawdown of 4,000. Can you see that? Can you see that now? So the main way to play this kind of trailing drawdown is that don't go for a big swing. Just take profit, take profit, take profit. Just slowly climb accordingly. So far, okay? That's the reason why Apex Trader is very cheap. Why? Because one of their killer feature is a trailing drawdown. So you see, from this example number 1, this particular gentleman trade for 2 days, right? This particular gentleman trade for 2 days. This particular gentleman called trader number 1, trade for 2 days. Actually, he didn't lose any money. First day the price go to 4K, but he let the market pull back to 2K, right? The second day he lose back to 0. By right, he should be not winning or losing, but in reality his account burst already. Okay, and by the trader number 2, aware of this trading drawdown agenda, all right, he don't swing big. 2000 he closed. You got what I mean now? Yes. Apex Trader is now having a 90% discount, right? If you want to try out, go and try out. Okay, but always remember trailing drawdown, the model, right? Because everything is the mathematical formulas here, right? You must know how to play the game. Okay, interesting or not? Interesting or not? Okay, have you learned something like this before? What I just show you, have you learned something like this before or not, guys? So this this prop firm trading, right? This prop firm trading is that it's a game actually. So you cannot be just good at trading. Okay, you have to know what are the limitations also. Okay, when you use EOD, I also totally agree. When you use EOD, it's a lot better, right? A lot better. So this rule doesn't, not saying doesn't apply, but a little bit relax on this trick. Okay, the best in trading in the prop firm space, yeah, the best account is called static account, right? Static account, that's the best. All right, then the second one is end of day drawdown, and of course the worst one is a trailing drawdown. Okay, all right, the worst one is a trailing drawdown, and of course this is the one that bursts, and of course, you know, a lot, the cheapest is also mostly is a trailing. Okay, so everything, this whole thing is considered like a game, you know, it's like a game. So please be, you know what you're doing on this. All right, okay, so today I hope it's a fruitful day for you. All right, you see we took profit, now the market come back down already. So I think that's it for Euro session already, guys. Don't go and swing for it, you know, right? You know our rules. After 5, don't bother. All right, come back again US session. All right, okay, if you are in the cake, do me a favor, give me all the QQ green characters. All right, at least, you know, I'm doing a good things for you guys here. All right, and also in YouTube, do me a favor, please press like for me. All right, and also of course if you are tuning in from X, you can like it or you can retweet it. All right, so well, that's it for today. I see you guys tomorrow. Okay, all right, bye guys. See you. Please be careful. All right, watch your wrist all the time. All right.